Okay, I'm done forgetting about the freaking letters. Hello everybody, welcome back to Rune Factory Frontier. I'm Remessa 500 is Silent, and in the last episode we did the Coming of Age Day, my way. In this episode, I'm gonna actually try and be a little more cautious, I mean, not more cautious, more attentive to what the commenters have been saying. Now, the most recent episode that's went up is episode 71 as of this recording session, so I haven't got your feedback for episode 72, which was just last episode. So I'm only one episode ahead at this point. I've been kind of delaying and recording to kind of get some feedback and some stuff, so I'm not recording too far in advance. Plus, my life has been as busy as all get out, so I'll get to that in a moment. But, as some of the commenters have been saying, better to take notes of the comments and stuff that you guys would like me to look over and in the actual recording, so I don't forget during the recording. Then I forgot to take notes, so right before we started, I skimmed down like comments of the last month concerning the Rune Factory videos and started taking some quick refreshers right now. Granted, there wasn't as much left to keep note of, as I've addressed a lot of it in the recordings before they were brought up. But anyway, getting to that, this episode we're going to do is I'm going to freaking respond to these requests, and then we're actually just going to, take it slow for a little bit, and actually just do some of the mundane day-to-day stuff, and hanging out with the villagers and stuff like that, which I have not actually done as much. And I realized in some of my recent, in Tree of Tranquility, I had a bad case of that as well. Though in Tree of Tranquility, it's easy to talk to someone, get one line of dialogue, and that's it. That's almost what they are. But and then in Wonderful Life, that's almost what the whole game is dialogue amongst the characters. So I guess it gets kind of exhausting. But I have to remember, not everyone sees the same stuff. Rune Factory is looked at almost as a different series from Harvest Moon. So I have to treat it as such that not everyone gets the same treatment, and they like to see different things and things like that. So it's good to keep that in mind. I'm glad you guys request that kind of stuff, because it helps me give you guys more of what you want in the episodes, which is what we're going to do this episode. Also, I don't know how long ago I got it, but this was a survey that I got from Melody. Thank you for your continued patronage at Lagos Springs. I'm writing to you today because I have a question for you. How's the temperature of the bath at Lagos Springs? Hot, cold, perfect? I'm waiting for your reply. It's just right, I say. I think, not to kiss up, but I feel like, what can you do? Are you gonna throw ice in the bath? So anyway, requests. Okay, that one's done. Okay, green grass. Sorry, I'll leave it on screen just a little bit longer. I have gone over it, I think, or put it somewhere in the footage. But yes, I've been neglecting these requests, and I'm refreshing them now on screen. So green grass for Melody. A fish for Eunice. Sorry, leave it on there a little bit longer. Again, I read really quickly. I just look exactly for what I'm looking for in the information. Eric's. Oops, stop it. And this one's short to the point. Iron. Okay, so we need herbs, fish, and iron. And I probably have all of those things. Also, I have been keeping notice of your comments on how to get better organized. I promise I'm gonna get on that soon. Oh my gosh, I have so much fish. I promise I'm going to get on that soon. I'm just kind of, avoiding it. Isn't anything here that's worth... Yeah, you guys make a good point. I don't need every single level of things. I tend to keep bulk packages, even though this is not really a bulk right here. So, I don't know what I'm doing with all of it. I don't know why I do this. Like, I don't need all this scrap iron. Well, technically, I can go through it pretty quickly, but I'm just not going to do that on screen right now. People wanted to see me upgrade more of the hoe, the fishing rod, and the sickle, which, admittedly, I haven't used as much, but then again, admittedly, I haven't needed as much. I focused on the ones I need the most, but, no, those are stuff I'm eventually going to try and upgrade them all. I haven't actually gotten past, like, silver and gold levels of equipment in my main file, so I'll be trying to go for that in this Let's Play. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna eventually look up the stuff I need, like all accessories and weapons for the future, and just narrow down what I need so I can keep it for then, rather than hoard everything in the hopes that I might need it. Which is a very good point. I don't have the time to take out right now to look up what I'm gonna need later. But granted, most of the stuff that I got right now is probably going to be close to end game. I think. I mean, there is a quick improvement. So like eventually, when we get some platinum, we can upgrade our bracelet to platinum and things like that. We're already getting the capes, so once we make all the capes, there's really not much more past the capes than the wizard's robe, which is very similar. The fluffy hat is like the second best item in the game for your head, so... And though it technically gives us a negative resistance to fire, so there's that. And we'll just get to the rest as we get to it. Actually, the cape is actually a torso item, because you can still have a neck item, but a lot of the neck items aren't that great. Like, I'll show you real quick here. Like, unless it's just because I don't have enough stuff, we ain't gonna be able to get the critical, which is the next best thing, until like levels... Well, actually, we're basically at level 7. You just don't have the stuff for it. I don't have 4-leaf clovers. So, yeah. Result... I don't even remember how you say that, but that's the cross pendant that, you know, they use, and, you know... I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the crucifix, but I don't know why it's called a Rosaro. Maybe it's a different way to say it. But yeah, there's only 2 neck items that are better than just any old pendant, to be honest, so... For the most part, our equipment is probably going to be pretty good for the rest of the game, I think, which is a nice thought to deal with. And I wish I would stop doing that. My nunchuck has been giving me issues lately. But, what else was I going to go over? Dang it. So yeah, I think I kind of addressed everything. So yeah, this episode we're going to go ahead and worry about, you know, getting these deliveries out. And, you know, just kind of chatting with the villagers, because I realized I have neglected that terribly, and I have not meant to. I do show myself talking to them from time to time, and I do talk to them, otherwise the friendship is not as high as it is, could be much worse. I mean, granted, like high digits like 6s and 7s and stuff is very respectable for a lot of these characters. There's people like Tabitha and Bianca who are very low. Like, certain characters are relatively high, others are not. So it shows who I run into and who I speak to the most. Iris's is actually very interesting. Also, one of these comments was telling me how to pronounce their names. So I'm just gonna look at that real quick and just correct my stupidity on screen. So, where is it? Okay. I was pretty sure I was right with this one. I think I said Nore. It's Iris Noir. And this one is Iris Blanche. I believe is how you say it. Blanche. Blanche. They're French, which is what, and each one respectively means black and white. Oh, wait a minute. Is there a joke in there? Oh, Blanche is white, means white in French, and Noir means black in French. But now I don't remember which one's which. I feel like they match appropriate colors, or is it going to be one of those jokes like, oh, the black man's last name is Mr. White. Oh, the white man's last name is Mr. Black. Something racist like that. What was that from? Oh, that was from freaking Johnny Test, that cartoon. That's what I'm thinking that from. But anyway, if I fail to mention something, I will get back to it. I didn't read the comments. I do read them. Okay, and good. Annette has not been here. Actually, another thing we're going to do when it comes to, you know, getting closer with the villagers, I'm going to look around here, like, around the yard real quick. And all we have to do, if we have a request out, we just hand it to Annette, and she's smart enough to realize, oh, this is not a gift, this is a delivery. We have to give it to her while she's officially on the clock. Otherwise, it will count as a gift. So the game is a little, is smart enough in that way. So we're actually gonna, I don't know if I've done it, I've been talking about it forever. But I don't know if I've ever followed around Annette during her mail call. So we're gonna do that as part of my effort of getting closer to the villagers. Now, she should be here any... Okay, there she is.
Good morning! Let's make this a great day!
Also, the audio quality should be fixed. I apologize about for the last 2 recording sessions. I figured out the problem. What I used to do is record the sound through...
It's autumn already! All the leaves are red!
Yeah, it gets donations of iron. Lister's name. Oh, I guess I just take my mail from her. I don't think I've done this before either. There you go. What's this? I was cooking the other day, and I accidentally poured too much sauce and splattered on my apron. It was so hard to get rid of the stain. You should be careful too. There's another little thing. You get random letters from the townspeople. You know, the closer you get to them. Just, you know, random letters. Sometimes they feel more businessy. And I don't know what she's going over there for. I don't know if I need this piece of iron, but you know, it's just sitting here in my inventory. She can have it. Okay, you take that first. Alright, the iron doesn't be delivered. Let's go to the grass. Take the grass. And let's find a cheap fish here. No offense, Eunice. I just don't want to spin an arm and a leg.
Morning!
Alright, and there's the fish. What was I going to say? I got distracted. I hate when that happens. Oh yes, audio quality. I've been recording the sound through my television, like, for the past, like, I don't know, 50 episodes maybe? And the televisions have never had a problem with this. Like, the television always work. But when I moved, I have this new TV, and the speakers are not one single speaker. They're dual speakers, sort of? Like, they come out of two different speakers. And that must mess up with my microphone a lot. I have no idea what that means. I'm a little afraid of it. Anyway. Yeah, look at her go. Wish I had speed like that. But, I'm running around anyway, so at least I can't complain. But with this new TV, it doesn't record the sound the same way, and it comes out all jarbled. Oh my gosh, look at her go. So, the only fix I have for that, and I apologize for that, by the way. I tried to do what I could to fix it, but there's just nothing I could do the way I recorded it. But now I'm recording it a different way. This is the only fix, is to do it the legit way. Record the sound through the capture device, like I should have been doing, and then record my commentary. Yeah, and record my commentary through Audacity, like I used to do back when I was trying to be more professional and not cut corners. So now I have to do it the hard way and the long way when it comes to editing to give you guys the good quality. I used to be able to pass, and it used to be acceptable because you couldn't really tell before, but now that this TV is all messed up and it messes up the audio quality, I'm not going to be happy putting that kind of stuff out there. And as another apology, the major cutscene that happened in the snow ruins with Gelweins, I'm going to be re-recording that for that entire re-scenario when I go back to fight the optional boss on the different file. I'll record it in the correct way, and I'll keep the whole cutscene, so that way you guys can hear it in its proper sound, because I noticed it was a little jumbled. It wasn't that bad. It was mostly the background music, not the voices. But all the same, I feel like I need to go back and fix that. So I'm going to go back and fix that. So now I feel like I've got everything, all the talking out of the way, and to be honest, for the next spot of plot advancement, I don't know when it's going to trigger. So, it's kind of dependent on when a character decides to trigger it. So, normally it only takes a few days after a previous event, but... Oh, hold on a second. Let's see this. Oh, gosh. There's a very complicated love triangle here. He looks very uncomfortable while he's getting his mail. Do you think it's possible he could be getting something from something in a not appropriate manner? It'd be very awkward if your crush mail delivery something of that nature. I don't even know what any of that even means, to be honest. I know it's what. Good morning, Annette. Please shoot that arrow with the letter. What? What the heck's your problem, man? I didn't do nothing to you. You didn't shoot me with letters. So I'm just gonna kind of keep it slow. From Cardia. Cardia is actually the location from the first Rune Factory game. Which at least I'm almost 100% sure. I haven't played Rune Factory 1 in a long time, and I was going to do a Let's Play on it, and then, you know, just my computers are just not going to be able to handle it. I haven't necessarily tried the DS emulator and a screen capture device on this computer yet, but it's probably not going to go well, but I will attempt to try it again. I had 3 episodes recorded.
Wow.
I just didn't feel comfortable releasing it when it was in such bad when it's such not that great of quality. So she lists a lot of her like items and sometimes her favorite items here. So if you follow her around, you can get some of those, you know, some of that dirt on her, I guess. We're not gonna really do a whole lot of talking to Annette because we've just been following her around for the past 2 minutes. So.
Huh? It's for me?
Oh, I guess why not? Because I don't actually talk to Annette much either, but she doesn't always have a lot to say. Oh, just to live each day to the fullest. Well, thanks for speaking for us, Raguna. Oh my gosh, Raguna! Well, I like everyone too. Oh. Say, what do you really cherish for? What happened? What happened? I thought the conversation was gonna loop there. Are you... Okay, I'm gonna skip this one. See, this is the kind of stuff that happens. We get a lot of the same dialogue. I don't know why that happened. If it happens again, I'm walking away. Oh, see, the problem is a lot of Annette's dialogue is very short, but it's because she's kind of in a hurry a lot, because she's working. And she's out of here usually by around noon, unless she's staying at Eric's house to eat. Okay, let's start talking to people.
Welcome.
To potatoes, okay. Danny, another character that doesn't have much to say either. I feel you there, man. Way to hit it home. I don't really know the kind of things Danny likes, so I also need to remember to look up Pete characters' likes and dislikes.
You sure are up early.
Yeah. How are you doing, Raguna? Izuki's one of my favorite
The
characters.
weapon you have has a very strange shape, Uzuki.
Yes. This is called a naginata, and is a weapon from my country that even women can use deftly.
Way to be sexist to yourself, but then again, she is from Japan.
I used to be sickly when I was young, but after training with the naginata, I became better, little by little.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Mist is kind of MIA right now. Not that I particularly care too much.
I ate quite a lot of fish back in my country. That's why when I eat fish dishes here, it reminds me of my home. But Subite often scolds me to stop eating so much fish and to eat some vegetables too.
Not Subite. Well, Subite as well, because they're kind of lumped together, but Izuki and Subite are some of my favorite characters to talk to because I always have very interesting things to say. Normally. As long as you don't get stuck in the same conversation loops. That would be really cool. That would be very cool. Okay, let's give her a fish too. Because Izuki likes fish. Also, oh crap, the freaking constellations.
Is that for me?
I need to do the constellations
partial to
tomorrow
fish.
night. Or did I do them
I
already this
must
month?
thank
I don't think
you.
I did. Did I? Guys, I don't remember. I feel like I did.
This outfit is that of a shrine maiden, one that serves the gods. Lara and Rosetta keep asking to wear it, but it is not something that people ought to wear casually.
You think Lara would understand that? Okay, I think I'm gonna for her for right now.
Good morning.
Oh, that's weird. She's just... Raguna! Yes?
I made up my mind. I'm going to go on a diet to get thinner.
Oh, that's right. We haven't talked to her since that cutscene. I forgot about that. Look at that adorable little face. Her eyes are very purple, I just realized. Don't chastise her, Raguna.
Thank you. I will.
There we go. Confidence. Alright. Also, interesting little point of note for the character, which is a nice attention to detail. Don't give, even though they're some of her favorite foods, don't give her anything unhealthy like sweet. Like I don't know if I've ever made a cake for her, I will eventually at this point in Let's Play, because the reaction to it is amazing if you haven't seen it. But, okay, as her diet, as she'll say during her diet, sweets are the enemy. So don't give her sweets or they'll have the exact opposite effect of what they normally would, because she's on a diet. You gotta give her healthy things. The hard part is, I don't really know what kind of things she eats normally, and every time I give her vegetables, she just kind of goes meh at them. So I just stick to flowers, which is the easiest thing. Which is why I keep growing the flowers to give to characters like Eunice, and keep increasing the friendship meter.
I'll be sure to cherish this flower.
And I did want to get Eunice's done as soon as possible. Oh yeah, her dad. My gosh, yes, yes! Raguna, why didn't you say yes? Don't ignore freaking offers of pretty girls cooking. Dude, that is like, not home base, what is it? I don't know analogies with baseball. First base, gosh, whatever. It just sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Also, I apologize if this episode gets kind of long, because we are just talking to characters, and time is gonna go slow!
Good morning. You seem lively so early.
That's another reason why I kind of avoid talking to them for long term, all at once. Mostly is because time stops when you're talking to them, so it takes a while to get through dialogue. Or it takes a long time to get through a day. Uh-oh. Why is that? Yeah, my reaction ever show me any of that wool. Hated reactions to food are hilarious. And also, interesting little thing to detail, and I don't know when I'll show it off, though there is some YouTube channels like Sari something. I don't remember. I have to look it up at some point and link it in the description. I found this person when I was new to YouTube, and they did a lot of those cool little things that you probably would never see in Rune Factory Frontier, and it was amazing. One of them is giving Iris, either one, their most hated gift. And I'm gonna, since they're a vampire, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to figure out what that is. Okay, for those of you who didn't think of it, and it's probably obvious it is, garlic. Garlic is a food item in this game. It's used for a spice. You can give it to Iris, and it is probably the best bad reaction to something ever. Even though their reaction kind of doesn't feel like it's your fault, because I don't think they really realize that what happened. You'd have to see the cutscene to see. You still suffer a loss of happiness and love and affection, or whatever stats it is, when you do that. So don't do that, but look it up. It's hilarious. Or do the save before you do something stupid method. There's so many things you can do in this game that are little Easter eggs that most people will never discover. And I never would have thought to do some of these things myself. Excuse me. Some of the people I need to talk to the most over here are freaking Bianca and Tabitha, characters that have been, for the most part, ignored since I started. Because I came around and bugged them a lot until Francois came over here. I'm not good at building up anticipation when it comes to games like this. If it was an actual, more story-driven plot, I'd probably do better. But I'm not that great of it now. Where is everyone in here? I don't know if they've even really shown off their house. It's huge. This is an amazing kitchen. Tabitha must really enjoy herself. The weird thing, it's just awkward seeing her. The thing is, maids are not really the same as slaves. The only reason I think that is because of the way they look different. Like, Tabitha looks kind of black, even though I think Tabitha is would technically be more labeled as Hispanic than black. And then Bianca's freaking pure white. I hear something. But, like, she's just her maid, not her slave. But I think it's also because of the different race. Like, Tabitha's an elf, and Bianca is human. Not that that really has anything either, because, like, elves don't serve under, you know, people like that either. It just so happens that that's what Tabitha does.
Oh, good morning.
Don't really know what to give Bianca as gifts.
I rode on a horse a long time ago. It wasn't very good. It never listened to me, and it shook a lot.
Wait, horses exist?
Horse-drawn carriages are much better. Manipulating animals should be the servant's job.
Here's the thing. I think I talked about that
Riding
before.
on top of a monster is very fitting for you.
Well, don't talk like that with Francois right here. Jeez. Because you can also ride on the elephants as well, which is kind of ironic. Yes, they are. To save people, I guess. I don't know. The thing is, Bianca is about as interesting to talk to half the time as, you know, she's acting right now. But, like, you can't really give Tabitha things. Talking to her is what really boosts her affection and stuff. So it's one of the longer ones to do.
Is there any food that you like, Bianca?
Anything that Tabitha makes, I will like. Aside from that, not much.
Okay, I think I'll leave it at that, just because Bianca, I find, is not one that's terribly interesting to talk to. But that's just my preference. I don't know where I meant Bianca. Tabitha is very interesting. The whole Tabitha being an elf thing, though, was actually, even though it was not really a plot device in the first Rune Factory, it was actually a well-kept secret in the game. And you didn't find out about it until you were, like, halfway through Tabitha's affection and story and stuff, that you actually learned that Tabitha was an elf, because she always kept her hair, her ears hidden in her bonnet. Tabitha must be out. Maybe she's at the farm stealing animals again. I also know Tabitha's favorite item is actually porridge, which is just boiled rice. So if you ever want to, you know, get in with Tabitha, there you go. That's a good way to do it. Oh, hi, Cross. What's up, man?
Oh, it's you. Good morning.
Cross is also very interesting to talk to. The way they say different things is... The hard part is, I get a lot of the same dialogue we've had since the beginning of the game. It doesn't shake up itself enough. Granted, as you progress through the game, a lot of dialogue actually gets harder to trigger. Hopefully I don't scroll through this stuff too much, unless it's like voice acted, because I don't want to read everything. Because I'm just reading everything, it's just rereading text all the time. Oh, yes. This is a hint for Cross's most favorite item. Actually, not a hint, a flat out, like, this is what I want. Even though it's an accessory, he doesn't actually wear it, but it would be hilarious if he did. Yes. Cross seems to know very knowledgeable about monsters and their strengths and weaknesses. Extra vegetables. Where is your vitality to grow even without the green to fire? Where? Okay, wait. Okay, that was not formed correctly, or I didn't read it correctly. Where is vegetables' vitality gone? That is sad, but it's so good. He's such a poet. Cross. Amazing. I don't have anything to give him right now, though. I don't think... I could try giving him a fish.
This tastes...
Oh gosh, he ate it right in front of me. Like a freaking sardine. Bones and all. Okay. There's not going to be as many people over there. I'm not going to be able to find everybody, because everybody just kind of seems to disappear until certain times of the day. But, you know, I am making the effort to do this more, and it actually is getting pretty late in the recording session, actually. Or in this episode. Because, look at this. We're not even at 11 a.m., or we're just hitting 11 a.m. And we're like 30 minutes into the recording, I think. Whoa.
Good morning.
Hello, Tabitha.
I used to be Miss Bianca's father's maid.
Oh, yeah, him. I don't even remember how to say his name. I'm sorry.
Since my age was close to Miss Bianca, I became her maid after a while.
That's awfully awkward.
Of course, Miss Bianca had treated me like her maid even before I became her personal one.
That's kind of messed up in a way.
I like how quiet this place is. The atmosphere is somewhat similar to the nation of elves. It's very nostalgic.
Huh? You used to live in the nation of elves?
Yes, I'm an elf. My place of birth is the nation of elves.
I see. I didn't know that at all.
Except you should have, Rune. It's just weird how... Yeah, exactly. This is an important thing to know. I don't know if giving her a flower will be...
I used to be Miss
Okay, we just heard this one.
If you pet the monsters inside your barn, you can become better friends with them. Please be sure to pet them.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm gonna make her porridge now, just to kind of show off as an example. What am I thinking? I'm a little confused right now. An interesting thing too, her voice is very different in Rune Factory, like the original. Like, it is really weird. Like, well, really weird how different the voices are. I actually like her voice in Rune Factory. Well, they're both voices are very nice, but like something was endearing about her. About her voice in Rune Factory Rune Factory 1. It was actually very kind of southern, which kind of maybe helped support the Nation of Elves thing. But, I mean, it's like some weird Tolkien-type stuff going on here. Also, people were asking me to cook more and grow my levels up. Cooking is actually the highest skill I have right now. I do so much cooking off-screen, it just, the levels skyrocket. Just because I just make, like, popcorn and tomato juice over and over and over again to make profit. Because the food sells for more when it's cooked. So cooking is always an easy skill for me to level up, as long as I'm doing the proper farming for it. And it looks like fishing is the lowest skill I have, right next to magic, which I'm still trying to work on more. I also need to be smarter with my magic and just try to be more of a ranged fighter as well. It's just, this game doesn't support ranged fighting as well, as well, because it's kind of difficult to fight. Tides of Destiny caters to it, though. Like, well, it caters... When I say that, it means it kind of gives you a good way to fight ranged. So that it's actually kind of, you know, usable well in combat. Could you imagine some of these characters are wearing capes? Here you go, Tabitha.
Thank you very much. I can see that you purposely selected something I like.
Eventually we'll get to hear her reasoning why she likes porridge so much. She is basically a gourmet-class chef, but yet one of her favorite foods is porridge. The reasoning behind that is very interesting when we actually get to hear it. It's not a huge spoiler or anything, but I figured it's part of her dialogue, and, like, you know, it'd be more fun to wait for her to say it than for me to just tell you right away. So we'll kind of leave it at that. I'm going to try not to spoil too much stuff like that, unless I have no intention of ever showing it off, but normally I do. Now, where's Kanno? I kind of wanted to talk to him. If we advance plot, that would be nice. Kanno is who we have to talk to eventually to get plot advancement.
Good morning.
I found out some things about Gelwein. Really? Yes. Apparently, he worked for the Imperial Magic Research Center in the Kingdom of Norad. That's another country from the first Rune Factory. Imperial Magic? That's where you and Cinnamon used to work, right? No, we were at the Imperial Magic Academy. Don't you ever compare our Majesty's personal facility to those bumpkins. Wait, what did he say that was different? Did I misread it? I think I just misread it. Sorry. Anyway, they were researching for a way to utilize runes effectively. Gelwein's reputation there was most terrible, but apparently his skill was top-notch. Of course, his skill is nowhere near mine or Cinnamon's. Okay. It seems as time went on, Gelwein began to devote himself to a particular area of research. What was he researching? Military use of runes. Oh gosh. In other words, immortal experimentation that sought to use runes for... Oh, immoral, not immortal. That sought to use the runes for war. That can't be right. Using runes for warfare is supposed to be forbidden in the Kingdom of Norad. Yes, it still is. That's why the monarchy cut off the funding, the research, and the facility fired him. Now Gelwein is here at Trampoline. Do you think he's trying to continue his research? I doubt it's that simple. According to his past co-workers from the facility, Gelwein apparently swore revenge on the monarchy and then the research center that kicked him out. He's most likely trying to use his research to use runes as weapons against the Kingdom of Norad, which is very advanced. We need to stop him now. You don't have much time. Hurry, Laguna! Okay, so there's that plot device we were looking for. Conveniently leaves nestled at the end of the episode. Well, almost the end of it. I figure I will end it soon, though. I wanted to talk to Candy and Cinnamon, but I don't think either of them are here. Cinnamon might be here. She's probably in my house. Oh, probably should look at this real quick. Should still be... Oh, God, freaking got your... Oh, what happened to my trees? No! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What happened? What happened? I feel like something happened. Oh, gosh. Oh, I've got work cut out for me. I need to take some out of this area. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, we'll get plenty of time to sort that out later, off screen. I just need to remember to do that. That was not what I wanted to see at all. Also, quick little thing of note to point out. I just actually kind of realized it. If you decide to steal the golden turnip from the coming of age day, I don't think anything really happens other than the festival never really officially ends. But if you make seeds and grow more golden turnips, you cannot take just any old golden turnip and turn it in next year at the coming of age day. The game will recognize that as cheating, probably because you never triggered the actual cutscene of finding the golden turnip and bringing that one in. I hear a weird sound effect. I don't know if it's from real life or it's from the game. I don't know where Cinnamon is right now. But anyway, yeah. So now that cutscene is triggered, we may be able to do some more interesting things coming soon. Oh, who the heck are you? Oh, are you from around here? Yes. Oh, really? I thought that no one lived in this area. Excuse me? I was thinking of building a church here. Oh? I feel a special charm about this place. Building a church in a village here is a dream of mine. What a funny hat she has. Nice to meet you. Why would you not introduce yourself? That seems like bad. Okay, well, she's had nothing else to say. Can I give her things? I'll try. Thank you, but I really cannot accept this. Okay, well, that's kind of odd. Hey, Duck! Duck, where's Mist? Where's Mist, Duck? Well, there's no one here. That was actually really odd. I've never seen her around here before. She apparently is not from here. But yet, she said she wants to build a church. We already have one of those. And she's standing right in front of someone's house. How does she not know that someone lives here? That just seems a little odd. Also, yeah, I just realized tomorrow's the last day of autumn. So we're probably not going to be growing any more crops. And to be honest, I think for this episode, I think it's gone on long enough. Probably way too long, actually. So I'm going to cut it here. That was a weird way to say it, though. I hate saying it in such a weird fashion. But I'm going to end the episode here, and next time, on Rune Factory Frontier, we're gonna see if anything... is there an event? I think there's a holiday on the last day of autumn. I don't remember what it is. So I guess we'll just see next time. And if there's anything else happens, obviously you guys will see it. People have asked me to record, like, days I'm skipping. I'm always recording this game whenever I'm playing it, even if I'm not actually going to use it as an episode. Because you never... With the nature of Rune Factory and harvesting games, you never know when something's gonna happen. You could just be talking to someone, and like with Kanno, and then suddenly, boom, plot device. So you can't ever just, you know, go through it like that. You gotta always be prepared. So just to... I'm not saying that to correct anyone, but I'm just letting you guys know that I take very good, important notice of that kind of stuff, and I don't let you guys miss anything. Unless, for some reason, an actual recording error comes up and I can't show it to you. Otherwise, I'm always recording for you guys so you guys don't miss any of the plot or anything of it, a particular interest or value. Anyway, with that being said, that'll do it for this episode of Let's Play Rune Factory Frontier, and I hope you guys will join me next time for the last day of fall. So I'll see you guys then.